Uh, yeah, I just found some of the origins of the members of Netanyahu's government. It seems the only one, as far as I know, that was actually born in Israel was Netanyahu himself. That's a given. We all know that. His origins are Polish, of course. All the other ones, his origins are from like the seven corners of Europe, Eastern Europe mainly. Even Ukraine. There's a bloody Ukrainian in that government reporting to, yeah, well, they are, aren't they? They say they are, but where they are not is another matter. Yeah, but there's a Ukrainian here, there's a Croatian or a Serbian, I can't remember which one. There are people, there's even a Moroccan, by the way. There's a guy from Morocco, a guy from Iraq, also an Iraqi, a Moroccan, and Netanyahu's government right now. And I can show you the video. May as well with a shitey camera. Whether it works out or not is another matter. But we will give it a go. Can but try, can't we? Till I get a new camera, a decent camera. Oh, it shows your curtains okay and everything, but whether it's going to show you this okay. Look at that. Look at the shape of my screen. It's all oval and convex because of a shitey camera. But never mind. Hopefully you can see this with a lot of luck.
The Jews have a right to Palestine, and this is their land. Were they born there? Were they from Palestine? Can they trace their family and say, my great grandfather lived on this land? We have it in our family. I want you to watch a video and look at the names. From Poland.
Yes.
Next one, Joseph Galant, also from Poland. There's Smotrich, Ukraine. I didn't know he was Ukrainian. There's Ben Gvir, he's a nutcase, he's from Iraq. There's Eli Cohen, the foreign minister, he's from Morocco. There's Yair Lapid, the opposition leader, Serbia. There's Benny Gantz, the defense minister, he's from Hungary and Romania. There's Erdogan Galadin from Romania. There's Mark Regev, Germany, what is Hatove, Georgia?
Yes.
None of them are Palestinians. None of them. They're trying to colonize it for Zionism.
Even colonizing sounds like a sterile word. They're thieves.
No, they're land thieves. They're liars. They're murderers.
So
the Jews have a right to Palestine. This is their land. Were they born there? Were they from Palestine? Can they trace their family back thousands of years?
There you go, yeah, again,
piece of
as well.
land and say, my great grandfather lived on this land. We have it in our family. I want you to watch a video and look at the names. Okay, so there's Isaac Herzog, the president. Okay, Benjamin Netanyahu from Poland.
Yes.
Yeah, but he was born in
Joseph Galant, from Poland.
Doesn't make him an
Smotrich, Ukraine. I didn't know he was Ukrainian. There's Ben Gvir, he's a nutcase, he's from Iraq. There's Eli Cohen, the foreign minister, he's from Morocco. There's Yair Lapid, the opposition leader, Serbia. There's Benny Gantz, the defense minister, he's from Hungary and Romania. There's Erdogan from Romania. There's Mark Regev, Germany, Australia. What is Hatobe, Georgia?
Yes. None of these are in.
Empires. They're colonists.
Yeah, we know that. We know they're bloody colonists. Yeah, so that's probably the only country that's not a country. It's not. Israel's not a country. Palestine's a country. Israel's just a change of the name of Palestine. So that's the only government in the world that doesn't have anybody native to the land that it's sitting on, that it's supposed to be governing. Yeah. It's got people from every single different other member is from a different part of the world. You notice there's no British in there mixed up in that. It's funny that, isn't it? Since it was the British that caused that in the first place. If it wasn't for Britain, that wouldn't be there. It wouldn't be like that in the first place. None of this would be happening right now if it wasn't for London, obviously. And it's not just down to the Conservatives either, it's down to the Liberal Democrats, who were called the Liberal and Unionist Party at the time. They were the ones that had that stupid little piece of paper written, that stupid little note to Lord Rothschild in the first place. And that's all it was. It was just a stupid piece of paper, just written with a crappy old-fashioned, out-of-date typewriter that wasn't out of that typewriter that was probably used was probably state-of-the-art technology at the time. That's how far back you're going in 1917, you know. These people were barbarians in those days. They were. And they were barbarians in the 1800s too, in the 1700s, and go further back. They were all bloody barbarians. The only people that weren't barbarians were the people they colonised over hundreds of years. Yeah, they didn't try and colonise anybody. They sort of way around. Yeah, it was always the British that tried to colonise them. They tried, actually, did it? And you would think with that stretching, and they're getting away with it anyway, because every mug in the world allows them to get away with it. Doesn't matter be a shitty little protest. Waving your stupid flags in the streets, that achieves nothing. It never will. And yeah. And there's no stopping the Zionists, short of a miracle. And that's not going to happen. Allah's not going to save the day. He's not going to save the Palestinians and to the authentic Jewish people. Neither is God. God didn't save the Jews in the middle of World War II either, did he? No. Say, man, that's all I hear. If it's not Muslims shouting out about Allah's going to save the Palestinians, it's authentic Jewish people on video stating that, oh, we don't have to worry, big smile on their face, you know, don't have to worry. And God will save the Palestinians. Yeah, what about the Holocaust then? Why didn't God save the Jews then? Answers on a postcard, please, to all the authentic Jewish people and make videos like that, proclaiming that God's going to save the Palestinians. No, he's not going to save the Palestinians. What bloody cop out. And Allah, God, same thing anyway. The same bloody God that doesn't exist anyway. And even if it did exist, if there was such a thing as a God, And there is no way this would be going on just now. Obviously. And the people will come out with the rubbish. Yes, but maybe it's part of his plan. Oh, is it? Well, you must be worshipping a pretty shitty God if this is part of his plan. Piss off. Butchery, barbarity. What's his name then? Benjamin Netanyahu? Is that who you worship? Is that your God, is it? Fucking must be. Jesus Christ. So anyway, every one of those members of that government all come from mainly Europe, Eastern Europe. One from Germany. Just so happens there's a German mixed up there. Maybe that's why Germans are so staunch supporters of the Zionist bullshit. Not to mention anyway, they're supporting another Holocaust, aren't they? This is the second Holocaust Germany has supported. Isn't it, Germany? Fucking hell, man. Aye. There are record breakers in the world at the moment. They're supporting the second Holocaust that they've supported. It's all in Gaza. Unbelievable, eh? And these are Zionists who proclaim they're Zionist Chancellor proclaims that the reason we support Israel is because of the Holocaust, World War II. That's a lot. That is complete and utter bull. And why? Because by supporting Israel, you're supporting another Holocaust, aren't you, Germany? Maybe they get off on that, eh? Being the only people in the world that support two Holocausts. When you're supporting Israel, you're supporting what Israel does, what Israel stands for, and everything else. You can't get out of that one. So Germans are actually supporting another Holocaust. It's not perpetrated by them, of course, this time, but we're still supporting that because they support staunchly Israel and defending itself. And according to Israel, this is Israel's way of defending itself, bombing innocent men, women, and children. At the same time, trying to proclaim that Hamas is in amongst Hamas isn't in amongst them. And there's no prisoners of Hamas is in amongst them either. It's a hell. It's funny how none of the Palestinians have ever seen these prisoners then, these hostages. Especially those ones that got gunned down by the IDF. When the IDF obviously knew they were Israeli anyway. The third one got shot after he shouted help in Hebrew. Don't tell me the IDF are hard of hearing. Or don't recognise Hebrew. Don't recognise their own language, do they not? Maybe it was a dyslexic IDF, whatever you're supposed to call them, they're not soldiers. Maybe he was dyslexic or something and he never picked it up properly. That would be the next excuse. Oh, he was dyslexic. He didn't pick it up right. He still thought it was a Hamas person. So he just pulled the thing on him. You can't get away with that, man. They're getting away with it, but every time Benjamin Netanyahu shouts out it was an accident. How the hell? How can that be an accident? That's a guy. There's 3 men over there waving a white flag. They made it out of their shirts. They're topless. They made it out of their shirts. So what do you do? We know what you're supposed to do. But they never done that. They just shot them anyway, two of them. The third one runs away, hides behind a building, and shouts help in Hebrew. You can't mistake, you can't. Anybody that's Israel cannot mistake Hebrew for anything else other than Hebrew. But the IDF person still walked along and shot him anyway. Shot him dead. Even though he obviously knew he was an Israeli. Nobody else is going to be shouting out help in Hebrew, waving a white flag. Don't be so fucking ridiculous. So the IDF knew what they were doing. It wasn't an accident. They did it deliberate. They seen a white flag and thought, these are Palestinians. We're going to just murder them anyway. We don't give a shit about the Geneva Convention or anything. The third guy managed to get away, hide behind the building, shout out help in Hebrew. You can't. They wouldn't be able. They wouldn't mistake Hebrew for anything. Would they mistake Hebrew for then? English, Greek, French, German, Spanish, Palestinian, Arabic. No, they never actually. They shot the man in cold blood, knowing full well that he was a bloody Israeli. Of course they did. He couldn't miss that. If he shouts out in his own language, in Hebrew, help, then you surely to God, they must have thought, oh, he's an Israeli. But what else did they think? Oh, yeah, he is. That's a shame. I was looking forward to shooting him too. So we'll just shoot him anyway. Bang. You know what I mean? Is that what happened there? Because it was no accident. You got to laugh at it. You got to laugh at it. They're not Israelis anyway. There's no such thing. It's made up, as we all know, by the Zionists. And once these Zionists all, get too old for a job and end up not in that job, you'll get other Zionists from other countries around the world and moving in to take over their posts. Yeah. The only person that's ever going to be Prime Minister is somebody born in a country, it's not a country, in Israel. The Prime Minister will always be someone born in Israel. But the rest of them, no. They're all there to keep him in line, that's why. I can guarantee you that. That's why they're Gantz and all the rest of them from all these other different countries. Shows you how widespread across the world Zionism is, and that does. And that's why they'll be there from all these different countries to keep Netanyahu in line. Probably. So Netanyahu is probably not the boss. Probably not. Doesn't look like it. Fuck's sake. So the next Prime Minister that replaces him is sure as hell going to be somebody who was born in Israel. The people who replace all those government people around Netanyahu will not be Israelis. They will be from other countries, as I say. Zionist countries, Zionist-run countries, to keep the said new Prime Minister again in line. That's probably what they're doing in Netanyahu. That's probably why they're all there from all these different countries. But Britain's never going to have a British person in there because they don't want they don't want British people especially anybody else around the world, to think that they've got anything to do with it. Even though the whole world and all the history tells you that they've got everything to bloody do with it. If it wasn't for London, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. Says it all, really. It does. It says it all. Bloody Nora. I'm going.